Hello, hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss a topic that is dual starter. So, before explaining dual starter, I will explain what is starter and why we require starter. So, let us consider we want to start a motor. We want to start a motor here. So, this is the motor. I want to start this motor, and for that we require starter. Why we require starter? Let us consider this motor is the bigger one. So when we start motor, the motor will draw a high current. The current draw by the motor is very high. So it is drawing a very high current. So we need to reduce this current. Why this motor is drawing more current? Because in starting the motor is cutting the rotor is cutting 100% flux. So when it is cutting the maximum flux, it will draw more current and its power factor is also less. So that's why it is drawing the more current. What will happen if it is drawing the more current? We know that the heat is equals to I square R. So the heat produced in the motor is depend upon the current. So if square of current, so if the current increase, then the heat produced by the motor is increased and it is come under losses, and also it will damage the insulation of the motor. So that's why we are we are try to reduce the starting currents, and that we can do with the help of applying a reduced voltage to the motor. When we apply a reduced voltage to the motor, then it will cause less starting current and less heat produced inside the motor. So for that we have many starters such as star delta starter, auto transformer, and one electronic starter, that is soft starter. So here we are today I am going to explain the simple starter, that is dual starter. This dual starter, and keep in mind that dual starter is not reducing any starting voltage. So if you start motor with the help of dual starter, it will draw the full current, starting current. So so that dual starter is only used for the smaller motor, not the bigger one, because if we use on the bigger one, it will cause the voltage dip to the other consumer, and also it will cause a flickering. Okay, so now then why we are using dual starter? The first thing, dual starter is it is simple and inexpensive. The the cost, initial cost is very less. The maintenance is also less. The maintenance is also less in case of dual starter. Okay, so these are advantage of dual starter, and we also put many safeties like OCR. We can put the overcurrent relay with the help of dual starter. We can put the things like we can control start stop motor from remote. We can also start stop motor from locally, and we can also start the pump. If the motor is coupled with the pump, we can start stop with the help of level gauge. So various safeties, various control we can put on dual starter. Now I will explain you the dual starter. Any starter, there is two circuit. One is known as power circuit. One is known as power circuit, and other one is control circuit. Power circuit is normally have a high voltage, that is the voltage is going to the motor. So let us consider that voltage is 440 volt. But the controller circuit having a reduced voltage, that may be a 110 volt or 220 volt. Okay, now this up to this is the power circuit and this is the control circuit. Okay, now this is up to this is our power circuit, and this one is the control circuit. Now the thing is, I will explain uh, how this control circuit working. So before that I will explain few its component. The main component in power circuit is motor that is going to run, then OCR relay, that is overcurrent relay. If the motor is drawing more current, this relay will open up and it will stop the motor. Then we have a contactor, these three contactor that is made, and then only motor will run. Then fuse isolators, so if it is short circuit then it will burn out and our motor will run. Okay, in control circuit we have a transformer, and we have also stop switch, start switch, and contactor, relay, lamps, fuses. So these all things we have there. So if I hope you all know what are all control transformer. It is just a step down transformer. And you also, I hope you know the contactor, what is the contactor. And if you don't know, just put in comment, I will made a separate video on that. Okay, so now I will explain how it will work. So how this motor will run. For example, here the supply is coming 440 volt. This contact we made manually. This is just like a breaker. Now the supply is here. I want this supply up to here. In between we have a three contactors or contacts. If this contact made, then only the supply from here to here it will go and motor will run. For making this contactor relay is in control circuit. So I need to energize this KM1. Okay, so let me see, let me show you this control circuit is taking supply from power circuit. Okay, here, and one from here. Okay. So here up to here it is 440 volt, 440 volt, and then it is having a step down transformer that will reduce the voltage to 110. Now the control circuit having 110 voltage. Okay, here and here. Now this voltage is going like this, like this, like this, up to here, and then here, and then it is reached here. It is open, not going forward, and it is open here also, not going forward. It is open up here and not going forward, so it is waiting here. Same, the voltage from up, it is coming like this, like this, like this, waiting here, waiting here, waiting here. So you can see here this relay is not energized because the circuit is not completed. The circuit is not completed. Now what I will do, I will press this switch, start switch. When I press this start switch, now you can see here this switch. So the supply is going here, here, and it will, the circuit is completed. Okay, now you can see here the circuit is completed. When the circuit is completed, now you can see this relay energized, so it will make this contact, one this, and this, and supply from here to go to the motor, and our motor start running, Okay, now you release this switch and it will come back and it will open again. When it will open again, you can see here this relay will de-energize and it will open this and motor will stop, but it will not stop because we have something called hold in contact, or somebody telling retaining contact. This is KM1. So what will happen when you press this switch? This KM1 relay energize this contactor and also this contact. Now when you release, it will open up and the supply, instead of going from here, it is going from here. Okay, so it is, circuit is completed like this, Okay, so it will, motor will keep on running. If we don't have this contactor, retaining contactor, we press the switch, the motor will run. We release the switch, the motor will stop. But if we having a contact, a retaining contact, then our motor will keep on running. You just press and leave this start switch, our motor will keep on running. Now see here we have two start One is local and one is for remote. You can start from remote also. This is the running lamp. So now the supply is here to here is also completed, and it will show the running lamp. Okay, the lamp will glow and it will show that the your motor is running. So it is showing on remote. Remote you can see your motor is running on some different places. Now what will happen, I want to stop the motor. Just I need to press this switch. This press switch in series. So when I press this switch, this contact will this circuit will open up, and this will de-energize, and this will open up, this contact open up, and this also open up, and our motor stopped. Our motor is also stopped if your OCR relay will activate, and it will open this. When will OCR trip will activate, it will open up, and again your KM1 contactor de-energize and your motor stop. Okay, without pressing the stop switch. Now here this OCR trip we need to reset. It will not come back to its original position until unless we will reset. When we will reset again, it will make a contact, and then we press the start switch, then only the supply is going to here to here. This is all about DL starter. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like this video. Please hit a like button. Thank you.